How we doing? Today I'm going to show you guys 15 tips and tricks in Dusty Trip. Tip number 1. Always use the van. The van is located behind the house and is not only faster than the car, but it also has way better gas mileage as well. Let's see them side by side.
No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip.
As you can see, the car runs out of gas at around 2,500 meters, while the van is still going strong. Tip number 2. Skins make the vehicle lighter. This means that when you have a skin equipped, your acceleration is going to be way faster at the cost of traction. This doesn't really matter until you hit a windstorm, which makes it uncontrollable. Tip number 3. You can press F on the body of the car and it will push the car, flipping it as well. You can also rotate items you're holding in your hand by pressing right click and moving your mouse. Tip number 4. Keep your van organized. I normally put sellables on top, supplies at the back, and food on the side of the van. A bonus little tip for the sellables, I normally put all of my sellables on one item, so when it comes time to sell, you don't need to make very many trips. Tip number 5. Different foods have different properties, such as how much it regenerates. I suggest you check out this video. It's going to be linked in the description, and you can see all the stats on all the foods. Tip number 6. Some foods cannot stick to the van. These are the garlic, apple, and pepper. If you find these, it's best to eat them and store the other food in the van. Tip number 7. There are 4 main types of engines. The default one, the 5-liter, the vampire engine, and the 8-cylinder. The 5-liter can be found in any building and has a top speed of 150. The vampire engine can be found in the church, guarded by the vampire you have to kill. Its max speed is 120, but has a lot of acceleration, making it uncontrollable with the skin. The 8-cylinder can be found in any building, and there is a guaranteed spawn at 15k. It has a max speed of 220, and it takes diesel fuel instead of gas. Tip number 8. If you're going downhill, turn off the engine. The hill will make you go over the speed that the engine would normally take you. Tip number 9. There are good and bad buildings. Bad buildings have no loot, and those are the warehouses and the cabins. All of the other buildings shown are buildings we're stopping at. Tip number 10. You do not need to be inside of a building to survive a sandstorm. If your car is missing a door and still has one, you can use that door to survive. You can even survive by going under a power pole. Tip number 11. You can go around the 10k trap. Go far left of the rocks, and once you see a drop off in the terrain, turn right. The invisible wall is not long enough and you can just go around. Tip number 12. Be sure to stop at radio towers. They have good chances of having good loot. Tip number 13. If you're sad the Deagle does not have unlimited ammo, there is a method. You just need to take it out of your inventory, shoot what you need to, attach it to the car, and pick up your inventory. The Deagle should go back into your inventory with full ammo. You have to attach it to the car, nothing else. Tip number 14. You can despawn the mutants at the ghost town. Drive to 25k, turn around, and drive back to around 24,300. Once the rain goes away, they despawn and you can claim your loot. And finally, tip number 15. Join the group for free revives. Nobody's perfect, and that's why free revives are perfect. All you need to do is join the group and go to the guy leaning against the van in the lobby. You can claim your free revives every 24 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips, and I'll see you on the next one.